Spy X family, it's here.
You know, Red.
Yes, David.
It's one of those things where you get the chapters early, like all the other chapters, you're like, oh shit, there's no Spy X family this week. Then Sunday rolls around, you're stuck in your break room and half the shit's broke down, and you're like, oh, there's a positive to this shitty fucking day.
And then Anya just descends from heaven and says, look up, David. There's a reason for living.
There's a reason for you to be here
Have
today.
a peanut.
You have an extra, like, maybe hour or two before they fix anything, so digest this chunky 23-page chapter and then read some Dr. Stone in the meantime.
I like them big. I like them chunky. You actually brought back Moto there. So it's funny. I've been mentioning for a while that I've wanted kind of a Yor chapter. This isn't a Yor chapter, but like we did get kind of what I wanted, which was like I wanted a bit more information on like who gives her missions, you know, what the process there is, and she also gets calls from like an organization, you know, disguised as like a shopkeeper. You know, so it's like the shopkeeper will tell us our mission, and you know and then she even says the shop analyzes it. So that's her code word, at least for her organization. Seems like she mostly works with like assassinating like traitors to the state, because she at least sees it as like, you know, I'm saving lives by doing this. I'm, you know, she calls them like scum for like all the stuff they've done. You know, so I wonder too. Whenever I see something like this, I always wonder, are they really traitors to the state, or is she gonna find out one day that she's actually been killing like, you know, not horrible people, maybe just like petty criminals?
Yeah, so...
Are you the tool of the state? Because I never trust the state, I'll be honest.
Yeah, so it's nice to have some of that clarification, because we've desperately needed it for a while now. Like, we've seen the handler for Twilight, we've seen a little bit of his behind the scenes, but we hadn't seen anything for Yor, and now that we have that clarification, it's kind of the same thing. It gives this unique dynamic of like where does the line for traitor draw here in this country, and also if they were to cross paths on the battlefield, let's call it what it is, would she see Twilight as an enemy?
Yeah, that's a good point you're making there. And like, it's interesting because really like good and evil is such a ethereal concept, and with this is the country. This is the same country that like would have. I don't remember exactly what they said they were going to do to her or like what she was worried about, but she literally needed to like get into this fake marriage because like the country or the authorities would like judge her to be like a spy and fucking like put her in prison or assassinate her or whatever the fuck they said they do.
Yeah.
So I mean, if that's the kind of country you're dealing with, I imagine the people you're killing, you know, some of them may be like you know, drug lords or like, you know, fucking horrible like gang leaders, but some of them, I mean, she may have killed a resistance leader there, here or there.
Yeah, so I definitely can see where this country is going, so to speak, because I consume like a lot of this wonderful medium of spy shit because I grew up with Bond and The Man from U.N.C.L.E., stuff like that. So I could see a little bit of like where the shit's going, but I hope that they really do a little bit different, because I don't want it to be like the generic love interest saves the fucking day and we have our happy marriage because fuck everything.
No, I have a feeling it's going to turn into a situation where, you know, because both of them are kind of going like for different things here. And I think because she just took the job, as she confirms here, she just took the job to support her brother. You know, it doesn't seem like she had this passion of like fighting for her country. That just came afterwards, you know. It's like someone who takes a job as like a fucking garbage man to get money, and then like 20 years later they're like, yeah, I'm proud of being a garbage man, fucking I'm getting the garbage, without me society fall apart. They didn't fucking like have a dream or aspire to be a garbage man. They just became a garbage man and then like became proud of it because they wanted to have pride in something. I get the same vibe with Yor. I don't think she was like, oh boy, I can't wait to fucking be a professional assassin. No, I just think that the choices, to kind of reference Chainsaw Man with Konembi here, I imagine the choices for her were either prostitution or assassination, right? And she probably was like, hell no, I'm not fucking selling my body. I'd rather fucking make bodies.
Mm-hmm.
Which is badass as fuck, by the way. So, like, that's the vibe I get. I don't think because she doesn't strike me, she's a little bit of a ditz sometimes. She's not the smartest. And I get the vibe from her that she probably doesn't fully know exactly, who she's killing, why she's killing them. I imagine she strikes me as like they do. In fact, I'm pretty sure in this chapter they even say the shop analyzed the targets. All that's left for me to do is get the job done. So I have a feeling she doesn't bother with the whole like, why am I killing them? Who is this person? I'm just following orders. That's the vibe I get from her.
Yeah, I definitely think she's more of the follows orders, does everything to make her god and country proud, but she also I feel like she isn't totally unaware of what she's doing at all times.
Sure. She's not dumb. I think it's like I've been in this job so long now. I mean, like, it's hard to get out of that rut.
Yeah.
What would I even do? Especially with her, she's got to a point where she's done this for so long, she's become almost an idiot savant where, like, she's shitty at almost everything else other than killing.
Yeah.
She's, like, a genius at killing, but everything else she's, like, handicapped at, essentially. So, I mean, like, how would you even move on at this point?
Yeah, it's kind of like what you get into the longer you stay at a job, but also I kind of want to see that moment because that'll be where this series gets placed if they were to have that crossover, like her target is Lloyd or
that's
Lloyd's
gonna be
target
some finale shit, 100%.
Is your definitely it's going to be finale-esque shit, or like mid-game, and then the end game is joining the two countries, so to speak. But what I want to see, because how they handled that meetup is where the series will really rank.
For sure.
Because that is something that people have wanted from the beginning. Like, that dynamic meetup, like, oh shit, my target is you? Yeah. Something ain't right here.
Yeah, that's going to be good. And then that's when you realize, because, I mean, those are the moments that make people realize, like, it's very easy. Like, if you're in a war and you're fighting against the nameless, faceless fucking enemy soldiers, the second you start to humanize those enemies on the other side, that's when you start realizing, wait, what, am I just a fucking tool? Am I just a tool for my country? Am I really doing the right thing here? Like, I think back to... there's a thing, you can look this up, like the Christmas ceasefire. I think it was World War One. I'm pretty sure it was World War One, where like it was Christmas and like both sides agreed to cease fire and like come together in the middle of the fucking like two war lines, and just like have a Christmas dinner together and then go back to killing each other. Like, yeah. How can you imagine? Like, oh wait, we've just been killing each other. Let's fucking have some Christmas dinner. Fucking they sang these songs, they talked, they learned about each other, and then they went right back to killing each other. Because they're just fucking tools of their state, right? So that's the vibe I'm going to get with this inevitable meetup. It's going to remind both of them, well, say, I'm just following orders from my organization. You're just following orders from your organization. But sometimes we forget that, like, this country isn't just, like, full of bad people that need to be taken out. It's like there's people there. It's a whole gray mess of morality.
Yeah. So... what I could see is two possible endings here. The James Bond, like, die forgotten country. You were nothing more than my cover story, or them just straight up, along with Anya, just taking over and fucking doing the shonen thing and just saying, fuck it, we're taking over, we're saving the country. We're, ending this bullshit conflict. Fuck everything.
I don't know. I mean, like, honestly, I'm not too concerned about how this series is going to end. This strikes me as a series that's a lot more about the journey than the destination. It's mostly about, like, the characters and the comedy,
Oh, yeah, it's definitely more about that, but I'm just spitballing here because there's really... in this chapter, it's like one of those I'm like...
No, there's plenty to talk about. You say this every chapter until I remind you that there's more to talk about.
But it's more the straightforward, like, I do fucking my report. The Anya chapters don't really interest me as much as the fucking Twilight chapters. They're adorable.
I mean, trust me, there's stuff I want to talk about. You just, like I want to talk about I fucking like squealed out loud a giggle at the fucking panel where she's covered in blood.
Yeah, they're just the fantasy from your like, oh, this is how mommy does everything.
The best part though is that she's going on this like whole ditzy brain dream or like daydream. It reminds me of Orihime in the beginning of Bleach, actually, where she has like this whole prolonged daydream where she gets fucking Anya dressed up in assassination gear. Like, all right, honey, let's go. Fucking Naruto running down the street. All right, be sure to stab the fucking pointy thing right in the spine. They'll die immediately. After all, we do have compassion. And it's just blood all over. Oh, we'll just have to tell Lloyd we were at a tomato festival. Whatever the fuck that is. Ugh.
I'm just like, a tomato festival. That's the best cover story you got.
Anya isn't Yor is not the cover story person. That's Lloyd. She's just the killy, stab.
I mean, Lloyd has a person to come up with the cover stories, too.
Oh, my God. I love it. That is such a good fucking just image. Because I saw that on Twitter earlier today, and I thought it was like a Photoshop.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and I'm loving the censorship, too. For example, if you simply in their neck, they'll die in no time.
The selective censorship is so beautiful.
Yor is the best. I've missed her. We need more. I'm a big fan of this this ghost thing where they're like, these fucking people are just crazy. And then, oh my God, maybe we should treat them differently. In a way there, Anya honestly probably just affected some good change, because I imagine these are doctors that are being like very scoffing at these like patients, like visions that they've had. So the fact that I imagine they'll be a lot more understanding to their patients now because of Anya.
Oh my God. I really want to see more of these adventures with mommy and daddy too.
Same, yeah.
Because every time Lloyd and Anya are together on page, it's fucking gold. Because she is the one person that can test Lloyd thoroughly.
I love how he's like, all right, let's psychoanalyze you. Utter chaos! And then he's like, oh my God, I never thought about this. This girl is like hella traumatized.
Exactly.
And she's so about to be like, no, beautiful. Dad, it's no big deal. I was just... And then he starts spoiling her. Like, oh, we're going to buy you that new DVD, and we're going to get you that new toy. And she's like, okay. Yay, I guess. I can roll with this.
I'm going to continue to play the traumatized child so I can continue to get more free shit now.
Also,
because she's at that
loving
age.
The callback, by the way, from Yor. Like, oh, did you get to see him punch a fucker in the face? And I was like, oh, yeah, like... He came into the party in the very couple first chapters, decked that dude, and then said it was like cognitive therapy. I forgot about that.
Concussive therapy.
Yeah, I don't fucking know. He said like, sometimes when bitches be extra cray, you gotta hit the fuck out of them.
But you can't just skate past the fact that now Anya is going to utilize this, because she's at that age where a child will use whatever trick they can to get their fucking way.
Oh, yeah, I hope she fucking really milks this traumatized child angle. But, Daddy, I am just so traumatized. No one wanted me. I've been through, like, 7 parents, and I'm only, like, 5. I'm so sad. Please, let me watch an hour more of TV.
More Bond Man.
I'd like to eat macaroni and cheese for breakfast.
Give me my chocolate milk and chicken nuggies,
Chalky
Daddy.
Milk, chicken nuggie, mac and cheese. Cookie.
Oh, that sounds like something Dingy would eat now.
You take the toast and all the toppings. Also, big fan of the fact that I was nervous throughout the whole fucking chapter because she was writing all of his like mind-ready stuff. So like all of the spy, like literally just outing the fact that he's a spy on this paper. But luckily her handwriting is so garbage that it wasn't revealed. That could have been the end of the series right there.
I thought I had trash handwriting, but nope, Anya's got me beat.
Yeah. At least she can read her own handwriting, though. That's impressive.
Yeah, I couldn't read my handwriting for the longest fucking time because it was like shorthand. If you've ever seen that shit,
oh God. Big fan of the at the end here where she kind of outs her dad by saying, sometimes he beats the fuck up out of his patients, and then I love that fucking elegant guy. Like, it's implied in this little fucking panel, this little square. It's like, he was called to the school, and they were like, Lloyd,
Lloyd,
what's going on here?
And he just talks his way out of it.
I'm sorry, she mistook it. Like, she heard some fucking... Like, I could see him coming up with some sort of excuse like, oh, well, she saw the chiropractor's office where you're beating the fuck out of someone's back, and she thought that was my job. You know how kids are.
Just simply elegant. You can talk your way out of any bullshit.
Oh, God.
Lloyd for President 2020.
I do love how much... You know what? Okay, I just realized another chapter that I definitely need of this series. I want Lloyd and the fucking elegant teacher to go on to, like, hang out one day.
Yes.
Like just chill. Like, go play golf or something.
Well, it's confirmed that he does play golf.
Exactly. So, like, imagine for a second how cool... Like, I just want a chapter of Lloyd impressing the fuck out of this elegant guy for, like, a whole chapter. It's like, he just develops a man crush on this guy.
Holy shit.
No more elegant than any woman I've ever laid eyes on.
Holy shit, Red.
And then, because it's 2020, the teacher is gay, and he has to turn him down.
Oh my god.
You're both too old for me, and I have a hot banging assassin wife, so I'm sorry, man.
I'm sorry. Here's my brother's address, though.
Does Twilight have a brother?
No.
Okay, I was like, I just want to make sure. Watch David have called that shit.
I've kind of been the king of calling shit lately.
I wonder what's going on with my brother. Cuts to fucking daybreak.
Fuck.
That'd be a twist. Like, oh yeah, my brother was never good at any of that spy shit. We had to wipe his fucking memory, Men in Black style.
You now no longer remember being a spy.
Let's see, anything else to talk about? Yeah, I guess, I mean, she... yeah.
Wait. There is two other things to talk about. Okay. The hidey hole in the office.
Right. I mean, yeah. What about it? We never really got to see where... I was expecting, like, a bat cave, but, like, it really just kind of went into the vents. So I guess it's just an emergency, like, shit's fucked, I gotta hide.
But how did they just think it was a pest? Is Anya that quiet sneaking through?
They didn't just think it was a pest. They literally thought it was a ghost.
Like, a ghost, a pest. How did they think that? When
she wasn't quiet. Go back, bro. She literally screams. Like, you got to look at the difference between thought panels and like speech panels. When she gets like her thing stuck, she goes like.
Well, what I'm getting at is, how are they so stupid? They're like, oh, right, there was a small child here not 20 minutes ago.
I don't think that those are the same people that saw the small child. Is it?
Going back to the chapter.
I mean, maybe. If you can prove that to me, then sure.
Mustachioed motherfucker.
It's like a blonde mustache. They look like different people to me. I see a guy with glasses and a guy with like a black Hitler stash.
Yeah, they do look a little different.
Pretty sure they're different guys.
Okay.
And, like, they're literally in the middle of talking about, like, ghost shit. And, like, I don't know. I guess it depends. It's just a matter of how much you trust your building design, right? Like, I mean, you got to think about it. How likely, if you're in a fucking area, are you going to... is your first thought really going to be, oh, there must be a fucking human up in my fucking rafters?
I'd sooner go to, like, oh, it's just a rat, or, oh, it's just...
Well, yeah, the rat was when she was just banging, but then she literally went...
Yeah. Okay, so that one I'll forgive.
I mean, they're definitely dumb, but, like, it's just kind of funny. It's also a comedy manga, and I know you're trying to nitpick for content, but sometimes you got to pick and choose your battles, my friend.
And the other thing I really want to talk about is, like, the amount of cover he has from all of his contacts here.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah, he has a cavalcade of, like...
I bet half the fucking staff is his people.
Yeah, a complicated coworker.
One day, fucking Twilight just decides to like quit the job, and like half the staff quits with him, and they're like, "Wow, was he that popular?"
Oh, Jesus Christ! But like that, how many favors and how many drinks did he have to buy to get that many people there?
No favors, bro. He's Twilight. Fucking, he is the #1 spy in the world. This man don't need favors. The fucking organization practically like it's. I bet it's that joke we make with Togashi a lot, where he could walk into Shonen Jump's office, slam his dick on the table, and say whatever he wants. That's Twilight with this organization. Like they are nothing without him.
Fair.
If he wants some shit, I mean, yeah, they overwork him, but it's probably because they know he's a workaholic. It's just like the best workers at my job. Like when they want vacation, you know, they're like, yeah, but like we really need you.
But we really need you to do 5 people's work today.
Yeah, so that's the vibe I get for Twilight. He's just like a workaholic, and they know that he is. So like they'll get him whatever he needs for the job, but they're also the only place that they're kind of able to like supersede him is like, well, I know you want to focus on this one mission, but we need you to do like 3 at a time because, you know, I imagine it's the difference between like sending Krillin on a mission and sending like Super Saiyan 3 Goku on a mission.
Why you gotta do my boy Krillin like that? At least he hasn't died as many times as Yamcha.
Rip. Is that true? I feel like Krillin may have... I don't know. Because Krillin was more prominent. Hold on, let me... Dragon Ball Z death counts. Alright, what do we got here? 15 characters who died and come back the most. Screen rant. Let's go. Alright.
You trust this Screen Rant? That
yes,
website
sir.
is held together by this fucking pitch meeting dude.
I'm going to the #1. Alright. Goku 2 times, Cell 3 times, Frieza 3 times, Chaozu 3 times, Piccolo 3 times, Krillin 3 times. Oh, yep, Krillin. I was right. Krillin's the #1 at 3 times. And Yamcha is, I think, 2 times. Yep, Yamcha 2 times. Ha!
Fuck you.
I knew it. Because Krillin just has more prominence. I think he died once in Dragon Ball. And then he died to Frieza, and I think he died in either the Buu Saga or GT.
We don't count GT. GT is non-canon.
Then it was probably Buu Saga, because there was a point where Buu just like pointed in the air and killed everyone.
Buu was just OP.
That was a flex, by the way. Like we're talking about Dragon Ball Z now. Fucking when that was phenomenal, because I remember too. They were like, okay, Goku's in the hyperbolic time chamber. He's training. We gotta stall time, and like, you know, because it's the hyperbolic time chamber, every like second we stall for is like another like month in there. So if we just stall as much as we can, he'll get stronger and stronger. So they're like,
the version's like, nah.
So they're like, you know, why kill Goku now? Don't you want to savor murdering the entire of the human population? And then Boo's just like, okay. He just points up in the sky, shoots up a bunch of beams, and they all just like, they're like cracking, and then and he's just like, all right, they're all dead. Can you get Goku now? He just pointed in the sky and killed the whole damn population. I respect it.
Now I just want to go rewatch Dragon Ball Z. Thank you.
Watch Kai. Save yourself some time.
Of course I'm watching Kai. I'm not rewatching the entire filler-ridden bullshit series.
Marvelous. Well, yeah, final thoughts on Spy X Family.
More Mr. Elegant, please. I really, really just want Yor to go massacre some fuckers now.
Yeah, see, like, I want this author, I hope that this author doesn't fall into the trap of, like, because obviously Anya is, like, the mascot of the series at this point. You know, she's, like, I worry that his editors are going to be like, you can't have a chapter that Anya. You can't have a chapter that Anya. Anya's the selling point here. And I hope he doesn't fall into that, because I would not mind a solo Yor or a solo Lloyd chapter, you know? So, because Anya's great, but, like, if you oversaturate us with Anya, then eventually it's going to get not as special. Like, give us a break from Anya for a chapter or two and then bring her back, because I would love a solo Yor is what I want the most at this moment, or what I said earlier with like Lloyd and Elegant Motherfucker hanging out or something. I'd love that.
Exactly.
Or just the whole family like on a play date, like bring Anya to a playground or something, or like a fucking, I don't know, anything. I like the zoo chapter is one of my favorites.
Yeah, so what I would really love to see the next 3 chapters, so the next 6 weeks, because this is a bi-weekly series, I want to see one solo Lloyd chapter. I want to see one solo Yor chapter. I want to see a family chapter.
Me too.
Because Lloyd going on missions is always fucking fascinating. It's very obvious that this volume that we're in right now is going to be Anya-centric. I get that. Not that I mind it. Because Anya's fucking adorable. Everything that she does on screen. She is a living meme factory, by the way.
Faces are marvelous.
Yeah,
she's the next, like, Komi or Nagatoro. Like, the just reaction images galore.
Exactly. I snagged 2 to use for memes today.
I want to use the blood one in something.
I got that one for you, my friend.
I got to think of one on the spot. Me when I'm giving oral to my girlfriend and she starts her period. That's all I got. I'm sorry.
Why?
When the period kicks in. When the menstruation kicks in, when you going down eating the booty like groceries and the period.
Why?
I gotta workshop the wording, David.
This is neither the time nor the place to workshop this.
Yes, it is.
Me fielding the comments of deniers.
When you nut, but she keeps sucking, but also your dick has just been stabbed with a butter knife.
No, seriously. This is us fielding the comments of people denying that Chainsaw Man is its fucking final arc is going on right now.
Why are we? Oh, is that the joke that you're going for?
Like, literally, there's still one dude in our comments like, nah, until
really?
Jump...
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to respond to them soon.
Until Jump confirms it, I'm not buying its in-game.
Ah, denial is beautiful. Final thoughts, though.
So I want those 3 chapters to be the next chapter. I get that we're probably going to get at least 2 more Anya-centric chapters. It's fine. It's whatever.
Maybe next volume can be a Yor chapter. Or a Yor-centric volume, I mean.
So, with Lloyd, I would love to see his interactions with the organization that he works for more. And I would love to see, like, a mission that's really, really, really super high stakes. Like, he's infiltrating maybe fucking Yuri's, that's Yor's brother.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah.
Fucking organization. I would love to see that. Like, okay, I need to find dirt on him. He can't clearly be this perfect.
I wouldn't define him as perfect at all.
And then I would love to see Yor try to cover up something. Like, she fucked up an assassination, and therefore she has to cover everything up. I'd love to see a panicked Yor.
Oh,
it's not involving cooking.
No, that's the one thing she's good at. You can't have her fuck up assassination.
But I would love to see, like, that existential crisis moment for her. Like, oh shit, maybe I'm slipping because I'm falling too hard into the housewife.
I'm slipping because I'm just so fucking horny. Like, God, I love Lloyd, but he's gotta fuck me good a couple times.
The sex is very vanilla in that family.
Oh, Lloyd, you think Lloyd's like a full missionary sex only?
I definitely think yours over there, like, her walls.
Yor wants to get freaky, and Lloyd is, because he's a professional man. He's a man of professionalism.
Yor's closet's just like, okay, maybe not tonight.
Well, here's what it's time for, Yor. You gotta fucking tell him what you want. You gotta...
Communication is key in a relationship.
Oh, please. God damn it. Like, it's so sad that we'll never get this, man. Why can't you get a series that gives you both? Why can't you have a wholesome Anya chapters and then the next chapter be, like, hardcore smutty sex between these two?
Rule 34, my friend. Rule 34.
Where's the hentai, huh?
Probably does. Nah.
Yeah. No, seriously though. Like, obviously you can't do that, obviously. But like, I'd love some like romantic tension between them. We haven't had that in a bit. I'd love a little bit of Lloyd and Yor go on a date. That's another, like, they need to date. Give me another date chapter with it. There's so many things we could do. I need it.
And then the next family chapter is the family date night.
Yes.
Because if you have,
well, obviously you got to have your family date night where all the kid comes, but then you got to have one where it's just the two, for some romance.
Yeah, we'll drop Anya off at the handler's house or something. Oh,
that fucking guy, I forgot his name, like the dude that Lloyd works with.
Yeah, we'll just drop her off there.
Or Yuri, fucking make Yuri just babysit her. Yo, that's perfect, because we saw a bit of like Yuri interacting with Anya with like he was helping her with homework or something, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so like imagine that, but like there's no out. You are alone with this child, Yuri.
Oh God. Then we find out that he's just like fucking horrible with children alone.
And if you abandon the child, or if here's the dynamic there, if you can't abandon the child, and if Anya goes back and says, he's scary, I hated being with him, then you're gonna lose the respect of your beloved sister. So you have to be the best damn babysitter of all time. And Anya being able to read minds would pick up on this and be like, oh, I can wrap this fucker around my fingers. So like, I guess, you don't want to give me fucking cookies for breakfast? I guess I'll have to tell my mom that you sucked at babysitting, bitch.
Oh God, yes.
So that's the chapter. That's my dream chapter now. Fucking Lloyd and Yor date night. We get a little bit of romantic tension, some like softcore sexual tension, like dick in the popcorn box style shit.
It's my dick in a box.
Not really. Some cute like hand holding, maybe like blushy, what you can get away with in a shonen. And then on the other half of the chapter, it's just Anya fucking blackmailing the hell out of Yuri to be the best damn babysitter of his life.
Oh God, that'll be beautiful.
All right, final thoughts for you.
That's it. That's the video.
That's it. That's the tweet. Send tweet. Peace.